Hi friends, happy Monday. It is Labor Day, so I am off of work, which is fantastic. So I'm going to spend my Monday, Labor Day with you. So this is going to be a meal prep video. I'm going to show you a couple of recipes as well as what I'm having for dinner tonight and the recipe that goes with that, as well as a fun idea for snacks for work. And lastly, I'm going to share with you what I'm eating today. So I already had breakfast, which I did not share, but I had a Kodiak pancake with the Lily's chocolate chips and a side of Jimmy Dean turkey sausage. I will share my lunch with you, and then of course my dinner and my dessert. So I look forward to spending my Monday with you. All right, so the first thing we're gonna meal prep today that I am so excited about, I can hardly contain myself, are these Good D's chocolate brownies. I did pick these up from netrition.com, and I did do a grocery haul video on that, so I'll post that link above for you. So I am choosing to make my brownies more fudge-like. So Good D's gives you the option to do fudge or cake-like brownies. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the fudge-like brownies. So that means that I'm going to use 2 eggs, and I'm going to use half of a cup of butter, unsalted butter or coconut oil. So I'm going to use my coconut butter, and I think that's gonna give the perfect flavor with a little bit of coconut and also subs out that butter. So let's make these the brownies. I am so excited. All right, so the first thing I did is line my pan with parchment paper, and then they said to go ahead and spray it with some cooking spray. I also was able to melt down my coconut butter in the microwave. So let's make our brownies. So there is the melted coconut butter, and then into that I am going to add my mix. So this is the Good D's chocolate brownie mix. And again, this is off of netrition.com, which is honestly an amazing website. So there is my brownie mix added to my bowl. All right, so I'm gonna mix that really well, the brownie mix in with the melted coconut butter. And then I'm going to add, again, 2 eggs. It's 3 eggs if you want it a cake consistency, but I'm gonna do a brownie fudgy consistency. So I'm going to add my 2 eggs. 1, and here's the other one. This is literally like the easiest dessert recipe ever. These mixes are a little bit pricey, but they are so good. I've never had the fudge brownies, so that's why I picked that one. But all of the other Good D's mixes that I've had were super good. I want to say they were like $11.99 for the package. So basically this is so easy. I'm mixing in my 2 eggs, my brownie mix, and my melted coconut butter. And again, you can use coconut oil or unsalted butter. We only have regular salted butter in my house, so that's another reason I opted to use the coconut butter. So there's your mix, and then all you're going to do is pour your mix in your prepared pan, and then it goes into the oven, which I set at 350. I do have a convection oven, which I love for baking. So I did set my convection oven on, my fan on, and set it to the 350. So I'm basically just going to spread my mixture out in my pan. And I was thinking when I was preparing for this video that I do not own an 8x8 pan. So I'm thinking that is something I need to get, because this is the second recipe this week that has called for an 8x8. So it's pretty funny, I don't even have one. So I always sub out this pan, which is kind of big. Definitely not 8x8, but it should work good for these brownies. So I'm just gonna kind of evenly spread my mix into my pan. So there we go. It's in my pan and it is ready to go into the oven. So I'll show you my finished brownies. All right, and here are my cooked Good D's chocolate fudge brownies. Fudge-like consistency. Wow, I can't talk today. So I will put the points values up on the screen. The recipe calls for 12 servings, but since I'm doing classic points, I'm going to cut it into 6. So all of the points values will be on the screen, and I will let you know how they taste. I'm super excited. So I meal prepped our vegetables for the week. These 2 bags over here are for my husband. He does work 2 days a week. So I packed him the same vegetables, Trader Joe's celery, snap peas, and organic multicolored carrots. And then I pack him one of these cute little light ranch cups. I'll put the points here on the screen. But this way he eats his vegetables throughout the day. And then these here are my vegetables. So let me tell you a little trick that I've learned for portion control. So I absolutely love the Trader Joe's white bean and basil hummus. It is 1 classic point for 30 grams or 2 tablespoons. I will put the other points here on the screen. And then I buy these little 2-go cups, little on-the-go cups from Fred Meyer. And basically, they have the lids and the cups, which basically gives you a little to-go cup. So what I do to keep portions under control is bake up my vegetables and then weigh out 30 grams or 2 tablespoons of the white basil and bean hummus. And then I have 5 biggies, 1 for each day of the week. So that helps me keep the portions under control. So these little cups are really inexpensive, and these are a lifesaver if you are traveling. You can put pretty much anything in there, and it's great to weigh it out, slap a lid on it, and take it with you. So I hope that helps a little bit with some vegetable ideas for meal prep. The next thing we're going to meal prep for the week is turkey taco pasta salad. This is going to be a fantastic side dish. I'm going to have some with my lunch, so I'll show you about the portion size for the points value that I will list on the last screen of the video. So this is super easy. All that is in this are diced vegetables. So I've already diced those up. You will see that in a video what exactly I diced up in the next video. 1 pound of ground turkey, some sort of light shredded cheese. I'm going to use the Trader Joe's light shredded mozzarella. It's my favorite cheese. Taco seasoning, fat-free or light classic Catalina dressing, some sort of pasta noodles. So I decided to use these rainbow twirls, and the recipe is 2 cups uncooked. I am going to have to cook those, but I wanted to show you the amount that will go in the recipe. And then crunched up taco shells. It calls for 4, and this recipe serves 12 people. And this goes on at the very end right before you eat. Otherwise, they become soggy. So this is everything that is in the recipe. The only other item it calls for is shredded lettuce, and I did not want to put that in first because I don't want it to become soggy similar to the taco shells. So I will add my shredded lettuce in right before I eat the pasta. So let's make this delicious dip. All right, so here's the cut up vegetables that it calls for in the salad. So it asks for 1 cup of diced peppers. I use the green and the red. 1/2 cup of diced onion, red onion. 1 cup of grape tomatoes cut in half. So I did do some halves. And then I also have these so cute little baby tomatoes. These all came from a girl at my work. So I put those in there. And then it also calls for shredded lettuce. But I don't know that I want to put lettuce in the salad because I'm afraid that it's just going to get wilted and soft and spongy. So I may add the salad per serving and mix it in so that it keeps its crunchy consistency. So there are the vegetables. All right, so I've got my ground turkey browning. It is just about ready. And then I'm going to drain it and add in my taco seasoning. And then I've also got my noodles cooking over here. And then once those are done, we simply drain those. And everything actually gets mixed together in one bowl. So it's a pretty easy recipe to put together. All right, so this pasta salad is super easy. Here is my 1 pound of ground turkey with my sauce. You're also going to add in all of your vegetables. So these are my tomatoes, my peppers, my onions, and literally everything just goes into one pot or one bowl. So it makes it a really quick and easy to put together pasta salad. So there I've added all of my veggies. And really, it's, I mean, you're just throwing everything in a bowl and then you're going to refrigerate it for a little while. And then you'll add your taco shells and your lettuce to the top. So there is the vegetables mixed in. And then you also will add your cheese. So I've got 1 cup of the Trader Joe's light shredded mozzarella. So there's my cheese. And then I'm also going to add another little teaspoon of the taco seasoning. So I'm going to add a little bit more taco seasoning. And then the last thing that I'm going to add before my noodles is my fat-free classic Catalina dressing. And it calls for 1/2 cup. So I'm going to actually measure out and make sure I only put 1/2 cup. All right, so there is my 1/2 cup of the Catalina French. And then the very last thing that is going into my salad will be the noodles. Now you can add the lettuce. The recipe does actually call for you to add the lettuce to the mix. But like I said, I just don't want to for the sake of the lettuce becoming mushy. And I'd rather have it have that little bit of crunch factor. So the last thing is the noodles. All right, and I've added my noodles. That was 2 cups of uncooked noodles. So there you go. And again, I use the salad colored, the rainbow colored rotinis. So, oh my gosh, this looks so good. It smells so good. So there is the completed salad other than the taco shells and the lettuce. So I'm heading out to run a quick errand, and so I'm going to bring these with me as a snack. I will list the points value up on the screen. I've had these before. They're really, really good. And as you saw, I had a brownie as well. So that was going to be my snacks. And then I'll come back and have lunch. All right, and here is lunch today. It's about 1:30. I'm home a little later than I thought from my errands. So as you can see, I'm having 1 serving of the turkey taco pasta sauce that we meal prepped together this morning. And then I'm going to have a sandwich on the Sara Lee light bread with 64 grams of avocado and 3 slices of Hormel ham. And for dessert, I'm going to have a Fiber One chocolate fudge brownie and then a bubbly in orange. So all of the points for my lunch will be listed on the screen. And I can't wait to dig in because I am hungry. All right, so for breakfast this week, I'm going to do my bagel thin with the Laughing Cow cheese wedge like I did last week, as well as 3 Jimmy Dean sausage links. But I'm going to change it up, and I am going to have a hard-boiled egg as part of my breakfast. So I don't know if you've ever seen one of these, but this is an electric egg cooker, and this thing is absolutely amazing. So all you do is there is a steamer plate, right? And then you put in a little bit of water. There's a little cup that comes with it. So I just put that amount of water in there. And then you put your egg tray. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your egg. And if you can see, there's a little needle. You poke your egg. That pokes a little hole. And that allows the steam to escape when the egg is cooking. So I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little hole in the top. And then you're going to put the hole upwards, and then you plug it in. So let me show you what the completed eggs looks like. This particular cooker cooks 4, 5, 6, 7 eggs. All right, so there are my eggs. You can actually see the little hole in the top there that I poked. You're going to put the lid on. And you can also cook an egg in this outside compartment. I just don't like the way that it actually cooks the egg. And then I'm simply going to plug it in. And that will automatically start it. You can see the lights on there. And then when my eggs are done, it will beep at me and I will have perfectly hard-boiled eggs. So super excited, super easy, 0 cleanup. All right, so the eggs are done. It beeped at me. So you're basically going to pop the lid off. And there you have your perfectly cooked eggs. And they are really, 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 really hot. So I immediately will put them in an ice bath. And then I usually will put the ice bath in the refrigerator and allow the eggs a chance to cool and harden a little bit better and stop the cooking process. And these Vital Farm eggs, you guys, are really good. They're expensive, but if you're going to have eggs, these are really good. Not in a recipe per se, but if you're going to eat eggs or have hard-boiled eggs, they really, truly, in my opinion, are the best eggs. So I am going to put this in the fridge to cool. And then basically this just comes apart in pieces. And what I do is I put all the pieces into my dishwasher. So I bought this for $5 at Ross years ago, but you can find them at those stores and possibly on Amazon as well. But a great mess-free way to cook hard-boiled eggs. All right, so as you can see, I'm in my pantry. I wanted to show you a couple of things I found at Target, and these may be things that you guys are already familiar with, but I've actually never seen them before. So these are the couple of things that I found today on a quick Target trip. So over here, these marshmallow bits. I don't know if you guys have seen these. I will post all the points on the screen, but I thought, how good would these be in hot cocoa, in coffee, on your dessert? And they are 20 calories per tablespoon. And again, points will be on the screen. This is another thing I've never purchased that I saw at Target. This is the Ranch Tuna Creations. So I'm excited to give this a try. I don't know that you even need any other seasoning or anything in it. So that's another thing that I found. And then the last thing I found is down here. And that is this sugar-free Hershey's syrup, 5 calories. So 0 points on any plan per tablespoon. So I thought this would be, again, really good on a dessert, or what I was thinking is using this in my coffee. So those are a couple of fun things that I found today at Target. And I was thinking, since I'm in my pantry, how would you guys feel about what I have in my pantry video? So that is something that I would be willing to do. I have a huge walk-in pantry. As you can see, I'm in it right now. And I would be happy to do something that just basically shows you guys what I store or have for food in my pantry. So if you're interested, comment below, and let's get started on tonight's dinner. All right, so this is going to be tonight's dinner. Chicken ranch spaghetti bake. I'm going to use a different pasta just because I don't have any spaghetti noodles, but essentially it's the same concept. So here's what is in tonight's dinner. So we have milk, light mozzarella. Of course, I'm going to use the Trader Joe's, it's my favorite. Ranch seasoning, sour cream, chicken, green onions, pasta, and it calls for spaghetti, but I'm going to use penne, bacon pieces, and cream cheese. So this is going to be tonight's dinner, and the points will be listed on the last screen. Can't wait. It sounds amazing. All right, so my water is at a boil, and I have measured out 164 grams of penne pasta. This is really the best way to do it, is to measure it so that you're accurate, because pasta is what has the most points. So you don't want to overdo it. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my pasta and let that cook and drain. And then everything in this recipe is made in this one pot. You just have to get your pasta cooked and drained so that you can reuse the pot. So I'm going to let this cook for about 10 minutes. Alrighty, pasta is cooked, and I'm moving on to the chicken and the rest of the dish. Alright, so I've added my chicken to the pot. I'm going to go ahead and cook it all in the same pot. I am going to add some pepper. And then I'm also going to add some Trader Joe's sea salt to the chicken. And then I'm going to let this cook through. And then the rest of my ingredients will go into the cooked chicken. All right, so my chicken is done. I have added my noodles. And the next items I'm going to add are my milk, my ranch, my cream cheese, part of my mozzarella, and my sour cream. So let's start adding those ingredients. All right, so we're going to add 1 cup of milk. So there's 1/2 of a cup. Let me pour out my second half of a cup. All right, and the other 1/2 cup of milk. I'm going to add in my 2 ounces of cream cheese. And I'm going to add in my ranch powder. I usually buy my ranch at Costco in the big container. So the recipe calls for a packet. So I'm gonna put in what I think is about a packet of the ranch seasoning, give or take a little bit. And then we're going to put in about half of our light mozzarella cheese. And the other half of it is to go on top of the casserole. And then the last thing we're going to add to the pot is a 1/4 cup of sour cream. Alrighty, and our 1/4 cup of sour cream. And then we're going to mix all of this together. And this is essentially going to go into a 9x13 pan. So let me get this melted down and mixed together, and I'll show you the product right before it goes in the baking dish. Well, hi, buddy. This guy's helping me cook, and then, of course, Lola's right here. She's always with Mom in the kitchen, too. So here is the casserole in the pan. So the last things that you're going to do are add your bacon bits and green onions and the last of your cheese. So I'm just going to sprinkle all of those on top of the casserole before it goes in the oven. All right, and here it is, the casserole before it goes in the oven. I'm going to cover it in foil and bake it, and I will show you what my dinner looks like plated. I'm super excited. This looks so incredibly good. Look at this. This is the finished casserole. OMG, it looks amazing. I cannot wait to dig in. I will list the points on the next screen, which I will show you exactly what one serving looks like. And I'm going to have a salad as well, so stay tuned for tonight's meal. All right, and here is my dinner plated. So it makes 6 servings. This is 1/6 of the casserole, so a pretty good sized portion. And then I'm also going to have a romaine salad with 1 tablespoon of bacon bits and just a smidge of the Trader Joe's light mozzarella topped with the Bolthouse Classic Ranch. And then my diet green mixed berry tea. So my salad is 2 points with the dressing, and the points will be listed on the screen for the casserole. Cannot wait. So this is going to be dinner tonight. I'm not sure how many slices I'll have, but let me tell you about these. I used to buy the Dole Dippers. They are about $4.30 a box. These are, oh my gosh, so good, amazing. The bananas are really ripe. They're fully covered in chocolate. The dark chocolate is really good. It's a little sweeter than what's on the dippers. And these are $1.99. Yes, $1.99 a box at Trader Joe's. So here's the nutritional information. They are less calories, less points even than the Dole Dipper. So I'm going to post the points on the screen for you. But this is going to be my dinner a little bit later while I'm watching some TV. Thanks for spending your Labor Day, your Monday with me. I hope you enjoyed this week's meal prep and the food that I ate today and a couple of fun finds at Target. So again, thank you for tuning in. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell so that you receive a notification every time a new video is uploaded. And as always, please comment below with any suggestions for videos. If you try any of my recipes that I show in my meal prep, or just say hi. I am more than willing to comment, reply to any comment posted in the comment section of my videos. So thank you again for tuning in, and I hope that you had a wonderful Labor Day, and I will see you soon.